Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Life in Eastern Sierra here. Today is, I believe, Tuesday, December 6th. Can't really remember the date. We're down here at the airport, doing a little dog run here before we head back and check on the guys and the garage build. So they showed up this morning. I have my GC on this. I just don't have the time. I wish I had the time to do this all myself and get back into the swing of things like the good old days, but just not happening between the kids, the dog, and the two restaurants. And I know a lot of people are asking about updates on that. That update is coming next. We're getting closer to an opening date, finally, if you can believe that. If you follow the channel, this new restaurant I'm out of breath from walking here, building out is basically a year down the road already. It's incredible. So we'll have some video of that coming up. Come on, Rin. Good girl, come on. Where are the chipmunks? Where are they at? We'll find them. All right, we are back. The guys are on a lunch break here. We're here at the house, the job site. We took off the ledger board here and we have it exposed. What I believe is the rim joist here. It could be a little higher, but I think that's it. It's tough to tell. It looks like they have plywood over it instead of an actual 2x6 or 2x8, whatever the floor joist dimensions would be. So that's kind of concerning. It's tough to tell. I can't get up there. So hopefully when those guys come back, they actually tell me what it is. Hopefully it's done correctly. I don't know. Regardless, I don't know why it's broken up and not a single piece going across. So that could be a problem, but we'll figure that out. On top of that, we're waiting for the epoxy for the bolts. For the sill plate going across, we have to use special epoxy for the temperatures, even though it is a mind-blowing 60 degrees here right now. It is sunny and beautiful. It's t-shirt weather. Beautiful, love it, but it is December. It should not be this warm. So at any rate, like I said, the guys are on lunch. They'll be back, and we'll hopefully have good news about this. If this is all kosher, if that works, then we can hang our joist hangers for the truss. The epoxy should be delivered so we can finish the sill plate going in, call that good. And then apparently we have to call for a special inspection just for the sill plates for this garage due to the special epoxy, due to the weather conditions. So once that's done, we'll be able to call for an inspection for hopefully first thing tomorrow morning. Past that, and then we can rock and roll with the framing. If everything else is fine, it should go really quick. So fingers crossed. All right, more to come. Okay, a couple hours later, the guys made some progress. I wasn't expecting to get one of the walls up, but we got one of the walls framed. We've got our rim joists exposed. So on top of here, that is plywood just to even it out, but inside that is the proper 2x6 or 2x8. I believe it should be 2x6 cap on that rim joist. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but that's our our red line stripe. That's going to be the top of our truss, and I believe the bottom here is going to be resting for our bottom of the truss. That's where the joist hanger is going to go, right on there. So everything's going to sit and be nice and pretty on there and easy to install. And yeah, the best of my knowledge, tomorrow we are going to frame the garage door as well as the other door underneath us, put up the shear wall systems on the side, epoxy those in, and then call for our inspections. Once that's done, then we can throw up the truss system, the trusses on here, and start sheathing. So cool, we're going fast all of a sudden. Wasn't expecting to get up this wall, given that we had to wait for the materials, but everything showed up and we are good to go. So hopefully we get another good day of work tomorrow, and we'll be moving along. All right, let's check in on everything tomorrow. All right, morning. Not such a good morning because we are covered in snow. So we got about 3 inches of snow overnight, and that does not make for a fun job site. So, all right, we're gonna have to deal with this today. Hopefully we still get our inspection. We gotta clean everything up here and hopefully continue moving on. I think it's just supposed to be windy this morning and not snow anymore. Hopefully another storm out of nowhere doesn't appear, or they can actually forecast the weather correctly and we can get this job done. All right, well, let's clean up and shovel some snow. Okay, so the inspection's done. You can't really see it under the block there. We're keeping it warm, but we have our anchor bolts in and epoxied. We had a slight little problem because, once again, dealing with this company, they sent us the right epoxy this time, but it was expired. So that was an issue. We had to get the right ones, fresh ones, and send them back up and then get the inspector back out here to do it. So minor hiccup, hopefully the only hiccup on this project besides the snow, but we got it done. All right, well, we're a day behind now because of all this stuff, but next will be the framing of both garage door openings, and then we'll start putting up some plywood. All right, guys, here we are back at it. We have a garage. We just passed all of our, all of our inspections. The framing, the sheathing, the nailing, the strong tie systems in there. So everything's good to go. So next issue, or next step we have to do, we have to put drip edge over the top, put a ice shield barrier on the roof. The roofing itself isn't going to get done in time before this next snowstorm that's coming in the next couple days. On top of that, we have to Tyvek wrap all the moisture barrier for the walls here, and then I need to build some sort of garage doors here, some barn style doors, because I cannot get a standard garage door or opener anytime soon. Those are months behind, and on top of that, my electrician just went out of town, so he's gone for the next 2 weeks, so I can't get this thing wired up. So we're gonna get creative here and build some barn style doors for the front and back for now. That'll last until summertime, or if I like them, then they'll stay. We'll see, but we got a lot of work to do on finishing this, button up this garage as best we can. We got a storm coming in a couple days, and it looks like winter has finally arrived. It's still pretty warm. It's about 45 degrees and sunny. And yeah, we got a lot of weather coming in. So we need to get all this stuff cleaned up, buttoned up, and all this exposed wood secured here. All right, lots more to come. Let's get on it. Corner flashing is on. It's a disgusting color brown, but is what it is. Didn't have anything else at the hardware store. So we'll have to paint that come summertime. Regardless, we got that on. The roof is cleaned. Now we're gonna lay the ice sheeting down. All right, let's get to it. Okay, she doesn't look too pretty. I'm a little out of practice. I haven't roofed in about 15 years. But we have the ice and water shield on. We went a little overboard, and I used more tape flashing material for the seams. I got it up underneath the T111 siding there, and I did the whole perimeter there. So that should be good enough for this winter. Everything's watertight. Like I said, I got some bubbles there. It's kind of difficult doing it by yourself, but got it done. It ain't pretty, but it'll work. It's done. All right, next project. Let's keep moving on this. All right, Tyvek done. Moisture vapor barrier done. She ain't the prettiest. I'm a little out of practice, but got it done. Next is we have to throw up the T111 siding here. That's the same siding as this, the wood, big sheets like plywood. So that should go pretty quick. We're gonna throw them up, and then we need to start framing out our temporary or possibly permanent barn style garage doors we're gonna do. So, all right, let's keep going. Motored right along. Got the Tyvek wrap done. The guys showed up to help me finish, or start and finish, running the siding. We got that all done. Ran through, looks beautiful. We still have to do our trim, all that piece. Down below will be stone. That will come in the spring or summertime. So yeah, it's fine. Throughout the winter, that'll be wrapped. But yeah, next is we have to put the trim up here and then install my barn style doors that I made. I didn't have time to really film a tutorial on them. There's actually a guy who I saw on Facebook as well with this kind of design framing out, so we'll see. So you can see this door is two separate, going to be swinging outward so I can get the truck and the car in and out. Eventually we'll put a automatic garage door in here, or if I like it and it works out well, then we'll keep the barn door style. But I need to get some more wall paneling, siding to finish the outside of these doors before I can hang them. So I got a little time before it starts snowing on Monday, but regardless, we'll get it done. Even start raining and snowing on Monday, I'll be able to build it in the garage, hang them up real quick, get the cars in before anything else major weather moves in. Major weather's not supposed to move into maybe later in the week, so we'll see. We got plenty of time. Right now it's currently 55 degrees again, so if it stays this way, I might be able to actually paint this thing. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. All right, well, next clip will be hopefully me installing these doors. All right, ended up finishing in the dark last night, but got the doors on, temporary doors. I do have to do some adjustment and line it up and finish the trim work, but we got the doors on. I had it locked, but the wind last night did blow it open and broke my handle off because I had a bar going across and this barrel lock. But we got to tweak that. And more importantly, the truck is inside. And then the wife's car is through the other side of the garage and under the deck. Perfect timing because it did snow last night. All right, well, lots more to do on this video, but we're gonna call that a wrap on this one. We got the truck in. It's finally snowing a little bit, heavy wet snow. But the mission, the goal of getting this truck and the wife's car under the deck covered up so I no longer have to dig out the cars in the morning when we get a lot of snow is complete. We'll keep moving forward with things as we're going. We got some shelving design to do. We still have to do the roof. We still have to do the probably stone on the side here. A bunch of other stuff to do. And we still need to do this front deck, but like I said, for now, this is how it's going to be for the winter. If winter does get here, it's been super warm. But all right, let's start this truck up and let's get going. Last second add on here. The weather was warm enough. I got most of the paint done, except as you can see around the doors here, because that's going to be the dark gray. And yeah, I wasn't able to finish in time before we got the snow. So, but it finally snowed. We got about a foot all said and done. Another storm system on the way in the next 48 hours. So, more to come. Thanks, guys.